Hi guys, welcome to this session in Microsoft Access. In this module, I want to continue building this booking database. On the last session, we created a query for invoices. If I just open that up, and it was a parameter query where you had to type the invoice number in before it would display the information. We then based a report on that. So I'm running the report, and I said on the last session that we need to tidy this up. So I'm going to recreate a report, but I'm going to do it manually from scratch. So if I just close this down and get myself a blank report or report design option. So report design, what you've got there is basically a blank piece of paper, and you have to sort of tell Access where the record is coming from. So that is the query, invoices, that one. And then if I go up to the field list, you'll get the fields coming in like so. So what I'm going to do now is create some grouping down the bottom here, add a group. You can pick what you want to group by. So you've got all your fields here. So invoice number would be the logical one. So I'll pick invoice number. So you have the invoice number there, and then I'm going to drag that on there. So there's the invoice number like so. Just push it up to the top, make a bit of space behind it like that. Nice little gap. You can actually go and format this, or you can format it at the end, just make it stand out a little bit, whatever color you want really. Invoice number, and then do the same for that one. Title. And if you want to have a look at it, you just go into this view tab. It is going to do that every time because it is based on a parameter query. So that's what that is going to look like at the moment, which is not great, but right, there we go. We can get rid of those boxes afterwards. So now you're putting the details in. So I want customer ID or customer name. Let's go for customer name. Bring that over here, and you've got a customer name, and you just push that up there as well. If anything's concatenated, you can, if anything's squashed or truncated, you can just tidy it up a little bit. So customer name, and then you've got course. So I'll put course down underneath like that. If you want these closer together, you can just pick up these rectangles, or these squares should I say, and you can just move these together like so, as long as they don't overlap. And then you've got the booking date. So I'm going to put a booking date underneath that. And then I'm just going to put total price on there. You've got price and then booking total. So I'll just put booking total on there for now. Let's see what this looks like. If I have a look at that, 101, you can see how this is sitting, and there's the other record there. That's because there's quite a lot of space, and I need to get rid of that space. So I'll just come back into this. That space will be this space here. So if you push that up, you'll get rid of that space. So the only other thing I've got on there is the quantity and price. I don't really need to have those on there. PO number, I could perhaps put that on there. So we've got invoice number, and maybe I'll put the purchase order number up there as well. And then just, you can marry those two up. So let's have a look at that one. 101 again. So I've got the purchase order, and now you can see it's all a bit tight. Now these boxes need aligning, and the totals at the bottom, we haven't got them on there. So if we go back into design, I can add those on. I don't need the field list there now. Get some space. So they need to go down in the footer area. So we've got, at the moment, we've just got the invoice number. Down the bottom here, you can add extra things. So if I go onto this more option, you've got footer with totals. So if I go with totals, customer ID, well, that wants to be not customer ID, that wants to be booking total. Sum, show grand total. Yeah, so let's see where that's put that. Right down the bottom in the report footer, which is okay. I'll just move that over here a bit and just get rid of the page space and have another look. So I'll go back up there, 101. So now you've got, so there's the report footer. It's not formatted to pounds, so I need to go back into that and just format that to pounds. Come down to it, just move it back over here a bit. So you need your properties on now, and in properties you can set that to currency. If you go to format and then just type C in this box, it'll default to currency, and then if you have a look, it should be in pounds, and it is in pounds. So you can align all this to the left, to the right, centered, whichever way you want, but you're basically creating your own invoice. And at the top you can put some address details, you can do a text box and anything you want, your logos, your branding up here. AB is a box that you would use to do formulas with. AA is the text box option. I'll just call it my invoice. Like so, and then you click off that, and if you want to make that bigger, you just go to format and change the size of that and the alignment of it as well. My invoice. Don't need anything there. If you want to push that up, you can, just save in space, and then you've got all of this. If I go and have another look at that, last look, 101. So my invoice, probably a bit tight there, and you can see how that's going to work. This is layout view, not layout view, this is just view, not print preview. Print preview looks like this. So obviously we've got a bit of space to pull over there, make it look a lot nicer. But that's all I want to talk about in this little session, how you can start to create your own reports rather than using the wizard. But it's totally up to you which way you want to do it. But hopefully this video is of use. Thank you for your time, and I'll catch you on the next one.